This is what you should watch out for before you have an out-of-body experience. Hello guys, and welcome back to yet another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about the dangers of astral projection, or what you need to watch out for before you have an out-of-body experience. I've been practicing astral projection for years. I've had spontaneous out-of-body experiences. I've had out-of-body experiences or astral projection that I've induced, and I have loads of experiences to tell you guys in the future. But after all my experience and working with my clients, there are some things that you should watch out for, or at least keep in mind before you attempt to induce an out-of-body experience. There's many things to touch on this topic, honestly, but I want to cover like the main things that people are concerned about when going into an out-of-body experience. And one of them, I'm sure you've heard, is coming across a demon or a dark entity or some sort of shadow figure as soon as you get out of your body. This is also something that people experience in their sleep paralysis experiences as well. Sometimes if you open your eyes or you feel a lot of fear in sleep paralysis, you'll notice that things get scarier. And that's the same way with an out-of-body experience. When you're in the astral projection state, it's a thought responsive state, which means whatever you kind of expect or intend to happen tends to happen, kind of like a lucid dream, honestly. You can create your experience in a lucid dream the same way that you can in an out-of-body experience. So the most important thing is to go in with kind of a clear mind, kind of a positive mind. Don't be fearful, don't be scared. And I know sometimes it can be a little like exciting or a little bit scary when it's your first time experiencing it, but just know that whatever you expect or intend to happen is going to be created. So you can use that to your benefit, or we can also self-sabotage ourselves by giving ourselves a scary experience. So you want to keep in mind the mind state and the emotional state that you're in before you go into an out-of-body experience. So what I always recommend to everyone is you want to make sure that you're in a positive mood. If you're someone who's depressed a lot, or maybe a negative person in general, you probably don't want to have an out-of-body experience, because your subconscious thoughts and your emotional response, or the emotional state that you're in when you go into an out-of-body experience, is going to be reflected in your state. So your thoughts basically become real in the out-of-body experience state. And if you are a little bit depressed, or maybe kind of a negative person like we talked about, but you still want to have an out-of-body experience, you really want to work on clearing your mind and being in the most positive state as you can before going in. And that's going to give you a much more positive experience than if you went in when you were upset or sad or angry or thinking about something that made you feel negative overall. So your emotional response when you go into the astral projection is extremely important. So please keep that in mind. The next thing that you'll want to keep in mind before you go into an out-of-body experience is you might experience something fearful, but that's not because it's something that's actually there. You're going to want to go in with a completely open mind. Get ready to expect anything, but know that you can change it. It's not something that's actually there to hurt you, or it's not an actual person in your out-of-body experience. A lot of these are just illusions of the mind, in the same way that a lucid dream is an illusion of the mind. And don't get me wrong, there are real energies and entities within the astral state, but they aren't really there to hurt you, and nothing can hurt you, even if something happened to try to hurt you. So one thing to remember, I like to think of it this way: fear stands for false evidence appearing real. And this is really going to come in handy, because if you ever experience anything that's kind of negative feeling in the out-of-body state, you'll be able to tell that it's an illusion, because if you stop running away, nothing's gonna chase you. Maybe run towards the thing that's scaring you, and you'll notice that it just completely vanishes or runs away. And the biggest thing to keep in mind when going into this state and experiencing something that's fearful is you really want to radiate love and acceptance to everything. That's why it's very important to be in a positive mind state when you go into the out-of-body experience state, because that's really going to come in handy in helping you anchor a positive experience. If you start feeling fear in the out-of-body state, it's a thought responsive state. Keep that in mind. So it might create more fear. If you're feeling really positive and happy and bubbly, you're going to experience things on the same level that you're experiencing. So your emotional response will really play a big part in your out-of-body experience. But if you ever experience anything scary, maybe I experienced a dark corner, or maybe like this shadow figure that I'm kind of scared to go towards. And we experience this in nightmares in the lucid dream, and we're not fearful. So why would we bring that fear into the out-of-body state? There's nothing that can hurt you in the out-of-body state. So if you ever come across something that you don't want to go towards, even if it's a dark corner or something in the out-of-body experience, go towards it. Move towards it. And if you ever see something that kind of scares you, maybe like a figure standing there or something, which you will maybe see those, go towards it and just hug it. Hug it and show so much love and acceptance, and it will completely disappear. There's not one thing that's going to be able to physically hurt you in the out-of-body experience. This is what I mean by a fear barrier. We kind of all have to go through this barrier, and it's at some point anyways. And so I would definitely recommend practicing lucid dreaming first before you go into an out-of-body experience, because you're going to want to get used to being in those kind of situations before you go into the out-of-body state. And in the lucid dream, you can change your situation just like you can in the out-of-body experience. Any client that has nightmares, for example, I always urge them to get lucid in their nightmares, but not to just wake themselves up. You want to stay in the nightmare. You want to go towards the nightmare, and you want to show it love and acceptance. And if you try this, you will see how powerful this is and how you can actually integrate these nightmares into something positive. Anytime I experience a nightmare, I do not run away. I go towards it, or I just try to talk to it and just try to understand why it's here, what it represents. And you want to treat the out-of-body experience state the same way. You don't want to run away from anything, because you're not breaking through that fear barrier. Once you break through the fear barrier, you usually don't experience anything scary after that, because you know that nothing can hurt you, nothing can harm you. And a lot of the things you experience in the out-of-body experience are created by your mind. There will be real multidimensional frequencies that you can experience and real energies that you didn't create, but a lot of it is created by our emotional response and our emotional state that we are in at that current time. So really try to radiate as much love and acceptance as you can, especially going into the experience, and you'll notice how quickly you experience something on the same exact level. And again, keep in mind, fear feeds off of fear. Something fearful feeds off of your fear. So the more you fear, the more you create fear. But the more you love, the more love you create. So really keep that in mind, because it really, really, really is important. A lot of these dangers that I'm telling you about are really just precautions. I'm really just trying to tell you that it really does matter how you react when you're going into the out-of-body experience state. So really go in with an open mind, go in with no expectations, but really try to keep an eye on how you're feeling when you're going into that state, because that's really going to create your experience. So everything that I'm saying here, all the precautions I'm giving you are steps that you can take to make your experience better and a positive one. And just like the lucid dream state, sometimes things can be unpredictable, meaning we don't always write everything that happens, right? We might, like even in the lucid dreams, someone might just start running after you to attack you, or something positive might happen in the lucid dream that you didn't plan for. But the same things can happen in the out-of-body experience as well. And I know a lot of people say that, oh, something's going to attack me, what do I do? Literally, if something attacks you, you're literally just gonna wake up like if you died in a lucid dream. You literally just wake up in your bed, and that's because any really strong physical emotions that we experience in the lucid dream or the out-of-body experience state, they're literally just gonna wake us up. It's basically like the body like calling our energy back, or our awareness, just like knocking on the door. Because if we create too strong emotions, whether it's fear or excitement, we're going to be pulled back. Same within the lucid dream. Have you ever gotten lucid and as soon as you got lucid, you're like, oh my God, I'm dreaming, I did it. And then you woke up? That's because you had way too many physical emotions going on. You were so excited that you got pulled back to your physical body. So that can happen in the out-of-body experience as well. So don't let fear or anything take you out of this beautiful experience. Take control and know that your thoughts are going to create your experience and nothing can hurt you. Put this to the test and you will seriously break through the fear barrier. If something is scaring you, if something is chasing you, go towards it and it will just like run away, like I said, or just vanish or just turn into light. That happens to me sometimes, but you'll realize how safe you are once you try to conquer the thing that is scaring you. It won't work for that. Like it won't work. It's always going to work in your favor as long as you take the step to not run away or give in to that fear or to feed that fear. And I feel like this is anything in life as well. We don't want to fear anything in our life, right? Just like in the lucid dream and the out-of-body state. So fear itself. The only thing to fear is fear itself, and it is the same thing for in the astral projection. Another thing that I hear a lot is you will not be able to go back to your body, or you're going to be lost and you're not going to be able to find your way back to your body. And that is false. It's kind of like if you've ever had a lucid dream where it feels like it's like lasting forever and you can't wake up. I mean, you might experience that, but you're never going to be stuck anywhere. It's kind of like the dream state. The dream state is very similar to the out-of-body experience state. Even though they're completely different, they kind of work in the same way a lot of the ways. And so keep that in mind. You're not going to get lost. You're not going to leave your body forever. I mean, we're physically attached to this body as long as we are alive, and it's harder to actually stay in the astral projection than it is to come back to our physical body. I mean, even thinking about your body, it will snap you right back to your physical body. So you really need to concentrate on staying out of your body, because it's really easy to go back to your body. And if you're having a fearful experience or anything, you'll either just wake up or you can just think about your body and you'll go back to your physical body. But please know that you are 100% safe regardless of what people tell you. People still try to argue with me that there are demons in the sleep paralysis state, and I promise you that is created by your mind. I talk about the science behind this all the time on how that happens in sleep paralysis. So please take my word for it that there's nothing that can hurt you. There's no demons there that can hurt you. It's literally an illusion of the mind. And whatever you expect or intend to experience is what you're going to experience. So it really depends on what you've kind of made up in your mind about the experience before you go in. If you're going into the out-of-body experience and you expect it to be terrifying and scary and for you not to like it, then you're probably going to experience all of that. But every time I go in to the out-of-body experience, anytime I try to induce it, I am super excited. I always have a good experience because I'm always feeling good about the experience I'm about to have. Like, don't have any expectations, but know that your mind, what's up here right now, is going to mirror your entire experience. So really what you experience is up to you. But I really hope that this helped you understand that you are completely safe. There's no like dangers of astral projection. There's just precautions that you should take to make sure that you have a good experience. So I hope everything that I said in this video made sense for you. Alright guys, and that is all for this video today. Please let me know how your out-of-body experiences go, and if you experience something fearful, what happened when you faced it or showed it love or conquered it? What happened? Please let me know in the comments if you have any experiences to share. And as you guys know, I have completed a 40-part lucid dreaming video course. I'm actually working on a astral projection crash course right now. And so if you want to get notified as soon as my course comes out, make sure to subscribe to my email list, which is in the description, and you will be the first one to know about the release along with the discounts that come with it. And if you guys are not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please consider subscribing. That way you don't miss any content, and please feel free to leave any comments down below about any experiences you have or any questions that you have that I can answer for you. Alright guys, and you already know, as always, I'm sending you endless love and endless lucidity.